guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Thursday, December 17th. And I want to talk to you about an energy that I find super interesting, and I think it's important to acknowledge because I'm such a moon-based person, because you guys all know by this point that all my primary degrees are in Cancer. I'm a cusp baby, and so I'm a Leo on the cusp of Cancer. So the nodes of the moon mean a lot to me personally. It's a quest I study a lot on, and so today Jupiter in Virgo is conjunct with the North Node in Virgo, and I did some, I do a lot of research on the side, and I really try to align myself with energy. I sit with it for a while, and then I write it out, because that used to help me when I was writing out the energy. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote, because this is what I felt at the time. It is important in this conjunction. Virgo energy has been emphasized by expansive Jupiter. So Jupiter right now is in Virgo, right? So it's very expansive energy in Virgo. The energy rules health, mental well-being, physical well-being, and routine. That's what it rules. And for that matter, really any routine that you get yourself regimented into is important, and that you implement in your life. So understand that this point in our lives, Jupiter conjunct with the North Node is either pushing you to change a routine, and you're open to it, and you want this new healthy life, this healthy choice, this need to change your life, right? Or for some of you that are just not listening to the guidance of the universe, and what's happening is this giant crack. Okay, so this crack that was in your life has now turned into a crevices, which will now turn into an earthquake during this conjunction, and some sort of mental well-being, physical well-being, or some sort of routine in your life that is not exactly aligning yourself with that ascension pattern that we want to move forward to. So if some of you are resisting the lessons, then expansion is going to happen in a really negative way. For some of you that are embracing positivity, then expansion is going to be happening in a new and exciting way, aligning yourself with ascension. So Jupiter in combination with the North Node will align you with solid, practical thought processes that you can move forward with for many years to come. This isn't about the small game, guys. This is about ascension. This is about moving forward. This is about aligning you with people and routines and outcomes that really honestly is about that next level in your life. When you get Jupiter in conjunct with the North Node, we're talking about a message from the universe to point your barometer in the right direction. So if many of you experience this earthquake in your life, then obviously you're doing it wrong, right? The energies are trying to tell you negative, a negative area in your life. Let's point you in that direction. The way that I follow my guides in life. I'm religious, so I apologize for some of you that aren't, but I'm religious, and so if I get obstacle after obstacle, I'm enlightened enough to know that God, for me, is pointing me, or my angels are pointing me in a direction of like, you're off of your beaten path. If things are just dominoing in the right direction and it's just all falling into place, then I know that my angels are saying, hey, Annette, you're on that right road. Both roads look good, and both roads teach us something. So even if we're on that wrong road, it doesn't matter where we're at, as long as we understand where to put ourselves back on the right road. So sometimes we wander off on that really cool road that leads us down to like this really pretty lake, and you know what, maybe the lake has a lot of fracking crocodiles in it, or some piranhas, or I don't know, something really bad in it, but it looked pretty from afar. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes that's our road, and then we just veer off, and then we go back to the road that we need to go to. And that's okay. That is life. That is the game of life. And if we're really heightened energetically, then we understand sometimes we veer off and sometimes we just need to go right back to the right path. So the North Node is going to square off with the Sun in Sagittarius. The Sun is our core. Sagittarius thinking is this expansive, higher level, elevated, expansive thinking that looks for and is very in tune with our inner guidance system toward the bigger picture. We're talking big thinking here when we get into Sagittarian energy. So critical thinking will ground some of the overly optimistic energy. The higher mind, that elevated thinking, will meet with the day-to-day thinking so that you can implement realistic thinking. You know, this North Node in Virgo squaring off with the Sun in Sagittarius. This is about critically analyzing it, taking a look at it. You've got the day-to-day thinking. You've got that your immediate environment that you're interpreting, your routines, squaring off with elevated thinking in this gorgeous square, this opposition, this mental match of this duel that you do. You've got it challenging some places you get stuck, and it doesn't allow you to understand the big picture. So we got to understand the big picture. You can't get stuck on this immediate world that we live in. Sometimes it's about that big stuff. And I think today is all about crap is going down, things aren't going right, or maybe there's something, or maybe something is going so fracking right. You're like, why is everything going right? You're trying to find direction. Either way, there's a bigger meaning, I can assure you. So, and I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to get to the sweet stuff, the delish. We're talking about caviar, or we're talking about a really fine wine, or we're talking about a really rich, delicious food that you don't allow yourself to eat very often, that sweet stuff, that delish. Here we go. We've got the Moon in Pisces, sextiling Mercury in Capricorn, and sextiling Pluto in Capricorn. And then we got Chiron and Pisces conjunct with the Moon in Pisces, right? Lots of heart, lots of... Piscean energy is the 12th house energy. It's where all of the energy dumps into. So there is a pearl. There is a wise energy. There is a direction. There is something bigger than this immediate thinking that we're thinking. There's a dream. There's a hope. There's an ambition. There's a want. There's a desire. There's a drive somewhere in this energy. Chiron in Pisces is the wound, the deep wound, the deficiency, the area where we have an empty hole, an empty bucket that we need to fill. And it is conjunct with the moon and conjunct with Neptune, healing. It is what's happening is this empty wound, this fear, this sadness, this spot that's in us, all of us, deeply inherent, that we pulled in from another life. It's about healing that. It's about taking practical earth energy, you know, that solid foundation, that ground, that earth, that tangible thing that we can plant a seed into, that thing we can touch. It's not all about the mind and things we can't grasp and see and touch. We need to have a combo for these logical thinkers that have been struggling with power and control issues. It needs to touch and, you know, stick its hands in this dirt and really feel it. That's what we're feeling. So today is a day of deep, deep healing. If we're really going to embrace the energy, it's about that wound. It's about that hole. It's about that thing that we just can't fill on our own. Why can't we fill it? What's deficient? What is wrong? What's not there for us? We got to fill it up, and there's healing energy in that. Beautiful water energy will feel like a purifying of a deep wound. We take a wound that's raw and infected and pus and just oozing, and we cleanse it, and we do a nice wound vac on it, and we just purify it. And the edges of the wound are now so clean and so pure that they can heal together without infection in there. That's what I'm talking about. Dreamy energy has a lovely conversation with energy that provides mental and physical stability. Look, all of us seek stability. All of us seek love. All of us seek foundation, solid grounding energy. We want to mentally invest in something that provides stability. Energy is coming in this area, but we've got to clean out this wound, because as long as, okay guys, as long as we have this wound, this Chiron wound, wherever your Chiron is in your, and some people tell me that they didn't really like cafe astrology, so I can recommend astro.com. Either way, you will get a chart that's for free. Find out where Chiron is. That's your deep wound. That's that wound that never heals. That's that empty bucket you try to pour so much energy into subconsciously. We're trying to bring conscious with subconscious thinking. So, creative new perspectives on how you create a new outcome will release some hidden fears and insecurities. If we're pouring energy unconsciously into these deep realms of this wound, then we are always working in a state of deficiency. What we want to do is pull ourselves out of the fact that we have to fill this hole, this deep wound, this dark spot, it's like it's like the black hole in all of us. That's where our energy sometimes goes subconsciously. If we acknowledge our wound, if we learn about our wound, if we embrace our wound, and we consciously deal with our wound, then we can stop pouring deep energy, karmic lessons, karmic wounds, karmic debt into this drama in our lives, and start pulling us into the positivity and the beauty of life. Guys, this isn't about protecting yourself anymore. This isn't about hidden fears, hidden insecurities. Walk in the path of your wound and embrace your wound and know that it's there, and know that you can conquer anything you put your mind to, my sweet babies. Like, this is beautiful, beautiful energy, delish. I can't even tell you, it's like sticking a wound back on a wound that just can't heal. It's like you have the antibiotics and you have the wound vac to clear it up. And if you just want to face it, just face your wounds, deal with your demon. We're talking delish energy moving forward. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.